Hey, boys and girls. Today we're going to work on word sums. So word sums are kind of like this box here where you have your root in the middle and you have your prefixes on the left side, your suffixes on the right side, and you can add them up, get it, sums, to create new words. So let's take a look at words from our last root, which was port. So if you look at this, you can see that we can take like air, put it with port, and we can make airport. We might take X, put it with port, and make export. We can also take re, put it with port, and then add a suffix and make reporter. Let's see what other words we could make. We could make portfolio. We could make transport. We can make so many words. So what I want you to do is I want you to take our new root FER and you're going to create some word sums. Okay? So I want you to try to fill this up. Prefixes, suffixes, anything you can add on to FER to make a new word. But first, I want you to check out this website. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to click right here. It's going to take you to this website right here. And I want you to look at this tree. It tells you that FER means to bring or carry. Many of you were good guessers and correctly guessed that that means to bring, carry, or to bear. And so what I want you to do is take a look at some of these words, play around with this, and I want you to listen to this little podcast right here. It kind of talks about the meaning of some of these words if you don't know what they are. So listen to the podcast. It's only about 3 minutes. And then come back to the video. Okay, so pause it now, listen, and come on back. All right, boys and girls, we are back. So now what I want you to do is I want you to take a minute and go to this slide on slide number 3, and I want you to add in some prefixes and some suffixes. You can use this as a tool right here. You can use this as a tool if you want to. Come up with at least 3 on each side, and then over here I want you to add in and insert a text box, and I want you to come up with, tell me some of the words you are able to make using your word sums, okay? So do that, and then we're going to go on to the next few slides and we're going to learn some of our FER words. Okay, so we have words like transfer, which means moving or carrying something from one place to another. So sometimes you can transfer documents, you can transfer items. And so your question is, what is something you had to transfer from school to your house for digital learning? So what you're going to do is down here in the comment section, you're going to answer that question in CSRQ. Okay, and we don't have a motion for it just yet. But go ahead and answer that question in CSRQ so I know that you can use the word transfer. Okay, then you're going to go to suffer, which means to carry the burden of pain. And what is one way you've had to suffer being stuck at home? One way I've had to suffer being stuck at home is I haven't seen very much sunshine and I'm suffering. So maybe you can come up with a way that you've had to suffer being stuck at home. The next word is circumference. So the circumference is the perimeter or the distance around a circle. What is something you can walk the circumference of? Answer that question down here in CSRQ. And then we have the word fertile, which carries nutrition and good enough to bring forth or produce vegetation. So what would you grow in this fertile soil? Answer the question down here in CSRQ. Finally, we are going to use the word reference. A reference can be a source that carries information or a thought that points to another idea or source. All right, so which book or other source do you most often reference? You're going to answer that question down here. Do you reference the internet? Do you reference the dictionary? Do you reference the thesaurus often? Do you get information from those places? Then you reference them. All right, so you're going to answer your question down here. I'm only giving you 5 words to do today, boys and girls, so that shouldn't be too hard because we're also making our word sums. So we're watching the video, we're making our word sums, and we're coming up with sentences to answer the question on these words. All right, so at the end of this week, you should be total experts on the root fer, meaning to carry. All right, boys and girls, see you next time.